I'm Mara, Brittany, and we thought we'd get our shopping on in Dublin, Texas. We don't exactly know where that's at. We just we just hit 281 and we kept going and we made a turn.
That's pretty much it.
Yeah, we're out in the country. It's a cute little city. It's all Irish and Celtic names, and we are actually on Blackjack. Is it Road or
Blackjack Street?
And if you are an Outlander fan, that's not a good character. So I was worried for Lanora, but then we saw her beautiful shop and we felt a lot better. We have some questions, but your phone went dead.
You need my magic finger.
Yeah, magic finger. There you go. So we had these questions. We came up with these on the car ride over here.
Sure,
So in-depth questions. Where are you from originally?
I actually was born in Dallas, and my parents were graduate students at the University of Texas, so we moved to Austin when I was about 9 years old, and I lived in Austin for 50 years.
So you have roots in...
I have roots in Texas. My family's been in Texas for over 120 years.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So how did you come from being in the belly dance world, we heard that little birdie told us you're in the belly dance world, to having this beautiful store?
Well, actually, when I was 18, don't tell your kids this, I didn't like being in college, so I cashed in my student loan, sold my books, and bought a one-way ticket to London.
Wow.
And I spent 3 months hitchhiking across England and Scotland, nipped over to Ireland and the Isle of Man. And then the next year, I went to college and still didn't like being in college. And I was walking down a hallway one day and they had live and work in Europe, and I got an international student exchange visa, and I went to live in London for a few months, and I met a fellow there who had been born in Scotland and grew up in Ireland, and I married him.
Wow. So
yeah.
that was really boring. That's great. So I guess our next question was what drew you to the Celtic culture, but figured out you got...
I loved reading books about Scotland and England and ancient books and stuff, and I love studying history, so it just seemed like a natural progression.
That's great. And when did you open your first Things Celtic?
Well, we started importing from Ireland in 1997, set up a business account and pay taxes and stuff. And then we actually opened our brick and mortar store in March of 1999.
Wow, and how long were you in Austin?
We had the store in Austin for almost 20 years.
And you just made a move out to Dublin, right?
It was time to make a change. I was turning 60. The traffic in Austin is a little challenging nowadays, and I just decided I wanted to move to a small town. So I sat down one day and I Googled small tourist towns in Texas, and Dublin popped up on the list, and I clicked on it.
Great name.
Yeah.
Giant shamrocks, the St. Patrick's Day parade.
So that's coming up.
Yes.
That's coming up next
We're
week.
thinking about coming to that one.
Oh, I don't know. I've never been here. It should be fun. And so I emailed the Chamber of Commerce and the Economic Development people, and they welcomed me to come to Dublin.
Well, we live in a small town too, and when I drive back to the Austin area, I go, I don't miss the traffic. So we appreciate that too.
Yeah.
So we also wanted to know, how many times have you been to Scotland and Ireland?
You know, I was trying to add that up because I went backpacking teenager, and when I was married, and after I had kids, and then when I opened the business. I've been to Scotland between 20 and 25 times.
Wow.
I've been to Ireland between 25 and 30 times.
And it's our dream to go.
We've never been.
Okay.
So I'm from Germany, so I have family in Germany, so I should just take a hop, skip, and a jump.
Easy
on
peasy.
over.
Yeah.
Okay, so do you get, or have you gotten lots of Outlander fans in your shop?
Oh my gosh. So I read the first 3 Outlander books before I even opened the store. And they were, I'd heard on the internet about these books. So I had read them, I loved them, all of that. And when we opened the store, we started having Outlander fans for the books right away. And then when Outlander went public for the movie thing, then that just escalated. It was
Okay,
huge.
we noticed that you don't have a Jamie in your window anymore.
You know what?
What happened to Jamie?
I had that Jamie in the window for years. It was actually given to me by Hamilton and Young, who make a lot of Outlander jewelry in Scotland. And I had some ladies here who were an Outlander fan group from the Dallas area, and I presented them with my Jamie.
Wow.
Nice.
Well, I
they were
presented
thrilled.
her with the Jamie. So
I
we
have
our
a
own
Jamie.
personal.
You have your own personal.
She has her
Jamie.
personal Jamie, and he scares us in her living room.
Yeah.
Like, oh, who's that man? If somebody came in here looking for some Outlander-ish things, do you have some things?
Well,
that
there
they
was
could
the
purchase?
Hamilton and Young, which is this fabulous company in Edinburgh. They're right there on the Royal Mile. Did a whole range of Outlander products, and they're big Outlander fans.
Yeah, pull some out if you have anything.
Well, I have one piece left.
Oh, look at
Because
that. It's
they
the
were so,
stones.
yeah, that's the
Those are
moon over the
great.
stone circles.
I love that.
Those were so popular, and they did so well they took early retirement last year.
Wow.
Sold their business, and so there's going to be a whole new range of Outlander stuff coming out.
That is great.
But this last piece I have.
And you have stuff like over here, Fraser.
Oh yeah, I have the
Fraser.
Fraser clan badges
So
and the
people
kilt
can
pins. We can do the Fraser tartans. We
You
have
can
all the
do for a
kilt
little bit.
accessories.
Yeah, if you want to be Jamie-ish and Claire-ish,
Yeah.
you get a Cinder.
We can get, no, one of my favorite Outlander stories. I had this woman come in the store before the TV shows came out. She came into the store one day and she's like, do you have kilts? Do you have all this stuff? And so I sold her a kilt and a spurn and a shirt and a sash and the whole thing. And I'm like, is this for you? And she goes, no. I just finished reading Outlander. It's my anniversary, and my husband's going to dress up tonight.
Perfect. So another question is, if I came in here and I wanted to send a box, like a taster box or a little gift box to my sister that had no idea what Celtic culture would be, could you show us some little things that we could package up and send out? I know we bought a couple of like things you can eat, but maybe
Yeah.
show other people if they came in here asking some cool things that you could send as a gift.
Okay, well, obviously jewelry. We do lots of jewelry. We do lots of kilt pins.
Beautiful jewelry.
We do the clan badges. We just got the Irish clan badges in. We have the traditional Scottish clan badges. We can do the tartans. Those are usually a special order sort of thing. But we do have some of the kind of generic, like this is one of our favorites. This is the Highland Cathedral, or the Monarch of the Glen,
And those are beautiful.
or the Flower of Scotland. These are lamb's wool
I like
scarves.
that the tags say Scottish and Irish on them.
Uh-huh.
Those are great.
Yeah.
Not
So,
China.
yeah, those are all made in Scotland by a company called House of Edgar. So we do a lot of that Scottish pieces. We have a nice range of t-shirts, which are very practical for our friends here in Texas. We do have a range of Scottish foods. We have the canned haggis. We
Oh,
have the
canned haggis. I didn't
fudges.
see that down there.
Yeah, we have canned haggis.
Do you eat that?
I prefer real haggis
Real
from
haggis.
Scotland.
Okay.
I'm not a huge fan of the canned
Is that
stuff.
something that would be popular over there?
No. Not the,
A novelty.
those are actually made in the USA.
Okay.
And they're okay,
That's what
but if
they
you
sell
ever
to
go
us
to
Americans.
Scotland, have real haggis. It's
Okay.
actually really, really good. So other Scottish things we have, well, one of our favorite things is the ruanas, which are these are basically big wraps.
I
So
have my eye
here,
on that.
turn around. So.
Oh, it's nice and
Okay.
weighty too.
Now that one is made by Calzeet, in just outside of Edinburgh in the Scottish lowlands. It's wool and chenille woven with ancient Celtic knotwork designs woven into it.
Definitely more weighty than a Texas material that we have here, but it's
Yeah.
cold out right now. It feels really
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, it was in the
gorgeous.
20s this morning.
Yes, we saw the horses had blankets on the way up here. They're Texas horses. They're not used to.
Not used to this. So those are made in Scotland, and these are made by Lochcarron of Scotland, and they do these in a range of tartans. We've got the Black Watch, the Royal Steward, and the Isle of Skye.
Isle of Skye is beautiful. I want that one.
That's funny because I was about to say I want that one.
Our birthday was yesterday. We both
Oh,
have the
okay.
same birthday.
Oh, wonderful. Fabulous. So these are lovely. These are a little fellow named Andrew McGavin. Andrew lives up in the Scottish Highlands. He carves these traditional designs out of clay, and then he makes a mold, and then he casts them. And what's really cool, he uses a resin for the casting, but he grinds up stones from the Scottish mountains and mixes the stone dust in
Now
the
you're gonna
resin.
buy one. See, you should have told us that when we walked in.
So those are actually partly Scottish stone, which is fabulous.
Great.
And then we do all the kilt gear for the guys. We're the only place in Texas you can walk in any day we're open.
So these are not called man purses. What
They
are
are
these
called
called?
spurrins.
Spurrins, that's
Spurrin.
right. And what do they put into these?
Whatever they
Like money,
need.
like their wallet
Their
items?
wallet, their money, their car keys. When you read Outlander and Jamie's got all sorts of
Yeah,
things.
he's got Sonny in there, a wooden stake.
Yeah, he's got everything
Yeah.
in there. So that's what your spurrin is for. And these are all made in Scotland.
Yeah, the fern thistles is great.
Yep.
They look like collections.
And then we do the other kilt gear, the jackets. We don't rent kilts here anymore, so we're selling off some of our old rental jackets, the Prince Charlie's
And you said
stuff.
these are real reasonable at $140.
Those are
Because a
140.
normal kilt you said is $600.
Starts at 600,
Yeah,
depending
so
on which chart.
I'll be bringing my husband here to try these.
Yeah.
on. Just a short 2-hour drive.
Yeah, not a problem. 2.5. So, so we have lots of lovely Scottish and things and Scottish themed things. Pretty much all the jewelry in this case is by Scottish jewelers. It's got some beautiful designs in there.
So you used to have musicians at your other store. Are you able to do that this store?
Oh yeah, we've done this. Now we didn't do it in January and February, but I've got a notice out on the door Friday, Saturday, and Sunday next week. We have musicians, storytellers, we have a harper, we have a fiddler, a guitar player. We've got stuff going on almost
And
all
where do
day
they-
on Saturday.
Are they in here or out
Well, what I do
outside?
is I clear out this little space here,
Okay.
and we put them in a chair right there by the window, so everybody who walks in the
Oh,
door
great.
has live music.
Cool. A mini stage.
So it's almost got its own little mini stage.
So
yeah.
will you be open on the parade day?
Yeah,
Just come by and say
Oh,
hello.
yeah. definitely.
So we have.
a musician scheduled for that day.
Yeah, we've got actually 6.
Oh, wow.
Well, we actually have
Make
3,
it
and then
big,
they're
yeah.
rotating.
Come visit
all day.
us out here for the parade.
Dublin,
We'll be here
Texas.
March 16th.
Right.
And on our closing comment question is, so if you were to meet other women that have an entrepreneurial spirit and they have a passion, how would you tell them to go for it? I mean, would you just
Well, it
Say
depends on what you're going for.
something like this? You know?
Something like this.
Yeah.
I should do all the sensible things and say research it and do a business plan and do all that. I didn't do any of that stuff.
Jumped in head
But I
first.
jumped
feet
in
first.
head first. We started really small. We did festivals and workshops. This weekend, if you get posted in time for this weekend, in Dallas, there's the North Texas Irish Festival at the State Fairgrounds. In Midland, there's the Midland Celtic Festival at something to do with a horseshoe arena. Anyway, I've never been to that one before. So there's stuff going on all the time. Go to those things, participate in those things,
And do
then
you go to
decide.
these festivals?
Oh yeah, I'm going to have a booth at both of those
Okay, great.
this coming weekend.
Great,
So.
great. So tell people how they can find you.
thingsceltic.com or go to Facebook, put in Things Celtic. We have over 14,000 followers on Facebook.
Great.
Okay?
Great.
Yeah.
Great. Well, thank you so much.
So when you
Laura.
finish editing that, let me know and I'll
Thank
cross
you.
post it.
Actually,
Thank
I'll give you a
ladies.
hug instead of a handshake. and I hope that comes off soon.
Yeah, it should be off tomorrow.
I like that it's green.
I did. It's seasonally appropriate coloring.
Thank you so
Okay.
much.
Thank you.
Bye, guys.